Welcome to Exam Sale. In this video we walk through the syllabus for the Juniper new data center professional exam so you know exactly what to study and where to focus. This exam covers 7 domains with exact weightings: EVPN 20%, IP Fabric 18%, VXLAN 18%, Data Center Interconnect 15%, Data Center Security and Services 12%, Data Center Automation 9%, and Data Center Deployment or Management 8%. The exam mixes scenario-based, hands-on, and conceptual assessments and rewards both configuration skill and design understanding. EVPN carries 20% of the exam and is hard with about 35 hours of estimated learning and scenario-based assessment. You will learn advanced EVPN control plane operations including EVPN route types 1 through 5, how route distinguishers and route targets work, and the purpose of Ethernet segment identifiers. The domain shows how BGP EVPN NLRI propagates and how to configure EVPN control plane options on QFX series switches. You will also implement EVPN MAC and IP learning and design and troubleshoot multi-homing with EC lag, all active and single active modes, DF election, split horizon and aliasing. IP Fabric is 18% of the exam, medium difficulty, with about 25 hours of study and a hands-on plus conceptual assessment. Candidates will master architecture and design of CLO fabrics including 3-stage and 5-stage topologies and spine and leaf principles. The domain explains hardware and software requirements, underlay design choices such as OSPF versus BGP, fabric scaling and oversubscription ratios. You will practice underlay configuration like eBGP as the underlay, BGP unnumbered interfaces, MTU and jumbo frame settings, as number strategies, and CLI verification of reachability. VXLAN also accounts for 18%, is hard, and requires roughly 30 hours of study with conceptual and scenario-based assessments. You will learn VXLAN encapsulation and frame format, how VNIs function, and how to configure VTEP interfaces on Junos devices. The domain covers hardware-based VXLAN forwarding and walking packets across a spine leaf fabric, and contrasts flood and learn data plane behavior with control plane learning. You will implement IRB, Anycast gateway functionality, Layer 2 and Layer 3 VXLAN gateways, and troubleshoot VTEP TUV-TEP tunnel establishment. Data Center Interconnect is weighted at 15%, hard, with about 25 hours of study and scenario-based assessment. This domain explains ODT DCI models and gateway DCI or border leaf architectures and compares Layer 2 and Layer 3 DCI requirements. You will learn to configure EVP and VXLAN for multi-site extension, analyze traffic patterns in multi-pod environments, and implement advanced operations like EVPN stitching. The domain also covers Type 5 routes in DCI contexts, BGP peering strategies between data centers, MAC mobility across boundaries, and loop prevention techniques. Data Center Security and Services is 12%, medium difficulty, with about 20 hours of study and hands-on plus conceptual assessment. You will implement firewall filters on QFX switches, storm control, port security, MAC limiting, and DHCP snooping to protect tenant and management planes. The domain includes control plane protection strategies and Junos DDoS mitigation, plus high availability topics such as MACLAG configuration and operation, virtual chassis concepts, and comparisons of MACLAG versus EVPN multihoming. You will also implement graceful restart NBFD for fabric stability. Data Center Automation is 9%, medium difficulty, with about 15 hours of study and conceptual plus scenario-based assessment. This domain teaches the role of Python in Junos automation and the Junos PyS library, as well as the Junos XML API and netconf benefits. You will build zero-touch provisioning workflows and use Ansible for fabric deployment to automate device onboarding and repeatable configurations. Emphasis is on practical automation patterns that reduce manual errors and speed deployment. Data Center Deployment or Management is 8%, easy, with about 10 hours of study and conceptual plus scenario-based assessment. You will manage Junos software images and upgrades, identify management interfaces such as M0 and Me0, and use Junos Space for fabric management. The domain covers monitoring fabric health using CLI tools and SNMP, and performing initial device configuration for fabric roles so the network is ready for EVPN and VXLAN services. That wraps the syllabus overview for the Juniper new data center professional exam focus study time on the heavier and harder domains like EVPN, VXLAN, and DCI. Balance hands-on labs with conceptual reading and practice scenario based troubleshooting to be exam ready.